Hello and Nyob to each and every one of you. In today's video, I wanted to show you how to make a glass noodle salad that is perfect on a hot day. You can definitely make this all year round, but it is definitely refreshing to have on a hot summer day. And this salad, you can typically find it being made in Thailand called Yum Woon Sen. And there's so many different varieties of toppings, vegetables, and proteins that can be added to this salad. But today I wanted to show you our version and how we like to make it at our house, and also a version that you can typically find a lot of Hmong people making for special occasions. It's very easy to make as long as you have all the ingredients to do so. So we'll just get to it and I will show you how to make it. Let's go. Let's start with making the dressing first. So in a pot, I'm going to add in some crushed palm sugar, a cup of water, and turn the heat up to medium-low and allow the palm sugar to dissolve. Once the palm sugar is nice and dissolved, take it off the heat, and then we're going to add in the rest of the ingredients. So to that, I'm going to add in some mushroom seasoning, chili pepper flakes, and here I have some pickled garlic along with the pickling juice. And the one I'm using today looks like this. You can find this at your local Asian grocery store, and it usually looks like this inside with the whole garlic bulb along with the pickling juice. And I'm going to be using 2 of these garlic bulbs, but before we actually use it, I'm going to trim off the top, cut it in half, and then remove any hard bits in the center like this piece here, and just chop it a lot finer. So I'm using 2 of these along with about 2 tablespoons of the pickling juice. We're also going to add in some sambal for our extra kick, fish sauce, some tamarind concentrate, some fresh lime juice, and sweet chili sauce. Give this a really good mix and the dressing is done. Other than that, go ahead and allow this to cool completely before you use it. You could definitely make this dressing a day ahead and put it in the fridge and just take it out whenever you are ready to use it. The next thing we want to do is to hydrate and soak any of our dry ingredients. So here are the glass noodles that I'm using today. And glass noodles can be called bean thread noodles, mung bean noodles, or cellophane noodles. And they're typically gluten-free, made with any type of starches, but mostly mung bean starch. And the packet I'm using usually comes in bundles of 8. And today I'm only going to be using 4 of these bundles here. And to get them hydrated, just place it into a bowl and cover it with some warm water and allow it to sit for about 10 to 15 minutes to get it more pliable. Once they're nice and pliable, go ahead and drain the water and they will look like this. So to cook it, I'm just simply going to add in some hot boiling water and cover it completely. Give this a really good stir and allow it to sit in the hot boiling water for about 2 minutes or so, or just until the noodles are nice and to the bite. Once it's nice and cooked, go ahead and drain it and rinse it with some nice cold water to stop the cooking process, and drain it really well and set aside. The next thing we want to soak are the snow fungus, and this is what snow fungus look like when they're dried. And the packet that I'm using looks like this, and you can find this at your local Asian grocery store in the dry section. I'm going to be using 2 of these today, and we're going to place it into a bowl and soak it in some warm water and allow this to bloom and hydrate and double in size for about 10 to 15 minutes. Now, snow fungus is optional. If you can't find this, you don't have to use it. Just add 2 more bundles of the mung bean noodles and you'll be good to go. But once they're nice and hydrated, they look like this. We're going to place it into some hot boiling water and allow it to cook about 3 to 5 minutes on both sides. So once they're cooked, go ahead and drain it. And then we're going to rinse this in cold water and give it a good wash to get out any unwanted sediments. Once they're nice and drained, we are going to cut off the yellow part here. And what I like to do is just split it in half And we're going to take a knife and just trim off the yellow part here. And snow fungus is used in a lot of Chinese cuisine for soups, for stir fries, for salads, but you can also find them being used all over Asia as well. In terms of flavor, they don't really have much to it. It's pretty plain. I do enjoy snow fungus because of its texture. It's slightly crunchy, and it soaks up the dressing or any kind of broth really, really well. Once it's nice and trimmed off, use your hands to break it apart into nice bite-sized pieces. And that's it for the snow fungus. For the herbs and vegetables, you can add whatever variety you like, but here I have some sliced up Persian cucumbers, Chinese celery that I sliced up. If you don't like celery, you don't have to add it in there. Shredded carrots, fresh mint, chopped cilantro, sliced shallots. If you don't like shallots, you also don't have to add it in there. And some sliced cherry tomatoes. Now for the proteins. So here I have some sliced Nyob sausage, which is basically a fermented sour pork roll. And it looks like this, and you can find it at most local Asian grocery store. Usually comes in a packet like this, and it's already ready to eat. And slice it into thin bite-sized pieces like this. I also have about 15 to 20 shrimps that I have poached and cut in half like this. And some Vietnamese pork meatloaf. And pork loaves can be found wrapped in banana leaves like this. You can either find it at the freezer section, or if you're lucky, you can also find local vendors making it fresh in-house. And once you unravel the banana leaves, it looks like this inside. Just cut it into nice bite-sized pieces, however way and shape you like. And that's it for the protein. And then the last topping we're going to add are some roasted peanuts. So once everything is prepped, all we have to do is mix everything together. So in a bowl, go ahead and add in the cooked bean thread noodles. And with some scissors, go ahead and cut the noodles a little bit shorter so it's easier to consume. Adding the snow fungus and the rest of your toppings. And then I'm going to add in all of the dressing that I made. And just give it a really good toss. We're going to add in the toasted peanuts and some sliced up shallots. And that's it. So we are ready to serve and enjoy it as it is. Go ahead and taste it. If you want this to be a little bit more sour, a little bit more spicy, a little bit more sweet, feel free to adjust it to your liking. Other than that, enjoy the salad on a nice hot summer day. Super refreshing, a little bit sweet, sour, spicy, and very herbaceous and super delicious.